The proposed budget for the coming fiscal year marks an increase of 228.7 billion Rwandan francs compared to the revised national budget for this fiscal year, with the extra money going towards boosting the health and agricultural sectors, the social welfare of citizens, increasing employment opportunities, and helping small and medium-sized businesses recover from the effects of the lockdown and slowdown caused by COVID-19. Strengthening the health sector through capacity building and infrastructure building, not forgetting the acquisition of more equipment. Boosting productivity in the agricultural sector as well as animal husbandry through the use of more manure and fertilizers, the vaccination and artificial insemination of livestock, the increase of the cultivation of cash crops, investment in the agricultural sector, and the expansion of insurance in that particular sector, as well as processing of agricultural produce in order to increase their value with the help of the industrial sector. The minister also went on to elaborate on the importance of promoting the Made in Rwanda initiative and the use of technology in the country. There is also boosting the education sector, fighting child labor, and increasing the capacity of the country to deal with the effects of natural disasters. Building up the education sector to make it stronger is a priority, emphasizing the construction of enough classrooms to fight overcrowding during classes and to reduce the distance children have to travel to go to school. Both teachers and students must be properly taught the English language, boost sciences and technology education, increase the number of technical and vocational training schools, and ensure that the school feeding program for children reaches all schools. However, parents will have to play a role in this too. Economic experts are commending the government of Rwanda for taking a defensive stand against the economic effects of the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic instead of trying to go on the offensive.
You're seeing out of allocation in terms of can we support the private sector, because we know the resource in terms of revenue is going to drop for government. Private sector is not going to be performing well, but at the same time you need to support it so that they don't go under. So they have put almost close to 40 billion Rwandan francs to just support the small and medium-sized businesses and micro businesses so that they keep up front. And this has got a ripple effect. If the private sector goes under, probably you'll have situations where you are hitting the banks, and you have non-performing loans that are coming into play, and the whole economy becomes destabilized.
With the proposed total budget for the 2020-2021 fiscal year at 3.2457 trillion Rwandan francs, 1.5828 trillion will go towards the regular budget, 1.2985 trillion allocated exclusively for developmental activities, and an extra 306.5 billion Rwandan francs to be invested by the government in development projects. Of that money, 1.6057 trillion Rwandan francs is to be internally funded by Rwandans through taxes and other forms of revenue. Loans from abroad will amount to 783.4 billion Rwandan francs, while support from development partners will amount to 492.5 billion in grants and other forms of aid. As of the end of 2019, Rwanda's nominal debt stood at 58.7% and 31% of the country's gross domestic product or GDP.